He was one of those iconic figures, wasn't he? That the way he sang, that blues, folk, rock, soulful voice was extraordinary. And I don't know, there's not many artists. Maybe he had the finest blues soul voice ever to come out of Britain, but there's not many artists, I think, who could sell a song quite like Joe Cocker. He had such authenticity. It came right from in him, and he gave it to you. And that's why he was such an amazing live performer. He toured for 40 years, more or less, non-stop, and you know, and he got more and more successful, not less successful, as he got older. But of course, I suppose he made his name with that famous performance in 1968 in Woodstock, New York, when he sung the Beatles with a little help from my friends, and he just rocked the place. It was extraordinary. I mean, if you look at the footage of it, it was like an out-of-body experience. He didn't have a guitar, but he was riffing on a guitar as if he had one. His head was all over the place, and he was just in the moment. And that is when Joe Cocker, his voice, his performance arrived. And then it was so good, in fact, the performance was so good. The Fab Four, the Beatles, actually sent him a telegram afterwards thanking him for the performance, for interpreting the song.
And he made that song his own, though, didn't he, really? He
made that song completely his own. I think Ringo sang it before, didn't he? And it was his song. He then went on to make several other songs his own. I particularly loved Unchain Your Heart. Again, just this bittersweet song delivered with such passion. Of course, singing with Jennifer Warnes.
Up Where We Belong.
You exactly.
Officer and a Gentleman.
For which he won a Grammy. And I didn't think that was such a Joe Cockerish sort of song, because it was much softer, but again, the ability he had to connect with an audience, to sort of interrogate the words of a song and make them live for you as the listener was quite extraordinary.